funny. Alright, so I brought some seeds today and I rushed home to plant them. Um, so I got two different types of beans here. Okay, enough with the messages. So, as you can see, there's like a cage here and some string, so that when the beans come up, they can trellis up here and be kind of doing their thing. I have some 3 rows of carrots in here. This is all carrots. And then I have radish in here. Like 4 rows of radish here. I love radish green. Okay, enough with the messages. So yeah, those would be my radish in here. Those are come up before anything else, so that'll be cool. Okay, I have cucumbers, but on here I have some zinnia growing. I think that'll be good for the pollinators and attracting bees and stuff like that. So some zinnias here. Again, radish here, squash here, cucumbers there, beans along there, carrots here. And then along the fence here, I have an heirloom variety of kale. So that should grow up nicely right there, kale there. And then I have some curly kale here. In this space here, I'll do, if anything, one pepper plant. So it'll be one pepper plant here, probably a bell pepper here. I don't want to crowd things too much, but I think that'll grow up, and I'll put a cage around that. So I'll have one pepper plant here, and then that doesn't leave me very much space for anything too much more. But in this section, I might do onions, a row of onions here, and then leave that blank. And then here I'll do pepper plant, pepper plant, pepper plant, tomato, or yeah, tomato here, and then I'll have the tomato trellis up here along the fence here. So I'll have my tomatoes here, which gets the most light. So 2 peppers of tomato, onions, cucumber, squash, beans. And that's it for this year. I think that's plenty, and okay, I guess I'm really popular today, but that'll be the urban garden for this year, and I'm satisfied with that. I have 3 pots here. I planted some nasturtiums in here, which are edible, so I'll have those, and then I also planted some binding black-eyed Susans, which will come up and hopefully I'll go along the fence and be kind of cool. A little yard art. The kids love the yard art, and when the light reflects those, I have these little sun star things along the fence. And then this guy is doing great. It's coming in nicely. Still not dead. 25 cents well spent. So, a couple weeds in there, but I'm not gonna get rid of it yet. There's a little yard art here. Hopefully birds utilize this and land on it and enjoy that. I have these little welcome signs, which are pretty cool. They're made out of metal from the dollar store. My apple tree, which is doing quite nicely. It is a lean looking apple tree, but it is an apple tree nonetheless that I grew from seed. There's a big apple tree there, so hopefully they'll have sex later and make apples. Which is doing quite nicely. There are some blossoms on there. Again, discount bush. A month ago, it didn't look like this. It looks pretty good now. It's growing in nicely. More yard art. As you can see, it is about to just blow up. It is doing very well. I nipped off the top here right before growing season, and it's sapping and cresting over quite nicely, which is great. I wanted it to do exactly what it's doing, which is bushing out and be a nice little bush so that I can create a nice topee area right there. This is doing pretty good as well. It's already flowering, which is quite interesting, but that's cool. I put hot pepper seeds down here because the cats were coming over here and shitting. Hopefully they'll sniff the hot pepper and be discouraged from coming over here. Juniper little bush here. It's hanging in there. It's doing quite good. You know, that's that stuff popping up off the ground. So that's this run here. You know, and then over here I have Datura planted right here, which will have like bell-shaped white flowers, which will smell really nicely. And then behind that, I have some morning glories of scarlet color and blue. And this heap of junk, which will be a beautiful art thing. People need to see the vision. Once the viney plants come up on this, it'll kind of like take over this and just be a massive, you know, heap of flowers, which will be quite attractive to look at. Soon enough. I have some weeds in here because I didn't put weed paper down under here. As I can see, the weeds are coming through, so I have to go and pull those all up, but that's all right. Another bargain bin. This is what I didn't take the tag off this. Rhododendron is doing quite nicely. You all see all the chartreusey type green, which means as it's growing, it lasted all year long, which is great. I put these little things here. I thought I was going to put plants on here, but I'm not, you know, just whatever. Again, I nipped this off here. It's healing over. It's crusted. It's, you know, so, and it's growing, which is kind of great. That was like $1. That'll grow up and be nice. This little area here, this is for the kids to sit and play and be outside. There's a little mulchy area back here. I had pots, and I was gonna have them vine up here, but I'd rather just be a covered area for them just to, you know, be outside and enjoy themselves. And that's the garden there, which is not that big, but you can do a hell of a lot in a little itty bitty space, you know. And then along this top here, I'll do marigolds eventually. Maybe every other one, or maybe these, and then skip a space and then do some more. It looked attractive, and it also helped lure in pollinators and stuff like that to help, you know, with the plants and things like that. So that was pretty cool. Have these lilies back here that haven't come up yet, a bunch of greens, but they haven't come up. Have forsythia, which didn't have very many flowers this year. I planted this last year again off the bargain bin, and it's doing quite nicely, but it just, you know, not too many blossoms, but little guys are popping up off the ground. And the chartreuse life of these evergreen little succulent plant thingies are coming up. We got this little yard art for the kids. The little gnome garden, fairy garden, which is kind of cool. It's going to be right next to the forest, as the kids call it, which is kind of cool. I planted that in there, which is some more succulent, which will probably creep out of that pot and be kind of cool and hang down and just be nice. So again, that's that run. That's the garden. It's not a big area, but it's urban gardening at its best. I love it. It is what it is. I have a few things in here. Again, I planted some elephant ears, maybe too soon. Hopefully they take, and they do all right, and they pop up when the weather gets warm. But that'll be in here, along with some cosmos seeds that I got from the Philippines back there. This is my homage to the Philippines. So hopefully this grows and be very nicely. Elephant ears up there, and then the cosmos in the back, beautiful orange cosmos, and then that'll be that. Um, this area here, I want to either do a moss garden or plant more grass. Oh. Okay, that was a long message, but I'll either do a moss garden here or replant grass. You see it's trying to come back up, but this is looking like some male pattern baldness here. And that's not good, so I have to do something about that. Fire pit, can't wait to pull that out here and do a nice little fire and roast some marshmallows with the kids. Again, a little azalea bush in the corner there is doing quite nicely. Little, what are they called? Sedum. I think that's what it's called. But that's gonna come up. That's gonna be a nice little thing there. And I think right in front, right there, I have just a row of zinnia seeds from last year. Hopefully they come up and that adds a little pop of color, you know. So that'll be cool there. Again, there's the garden. Mr. Squirrel. And that's that. So I'm gonna finish watering this down and then I'm gonna call it a night. What a beautiful day it was today. I mean, it was gorgeous. God is definitely blessing us on this Earth Day. I figured what better day than today to do some gardening on Earth Day. God bless you all. And that's it. Peace out.